You know, folks, we are just so excited about everything that is going on with these products. And, you know, I've just been researching, and getting so much information for you. I'm Raychel Stokes Small, and I'm so glad to have you on the road to success with Raychel Stokes Small. This week's product of the hour is, guess what, SlimPm. You guys have been asking all about it, and I went on the search for you because I wanted to learn all about the SlimPm for you. And guess what, folks? I found a lot of information. So I'm going to be giving you tonight a lot of background information on SlimPm, but also you're going to walk away kind of knowing a little bit more about this product and why it works so well and what it does in the process. So make sure you've called your last guest. You've got your pen, your paper, because you're going to want to take a lot of notes. In the second part of our hour, we're going to talk about why our kids are superheroes and how that pertains to your business. So I want you guys to just get ready, get set, because this is a packed full hour of power tonight, just giving you some great information. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody to the call. First of all, what is SlimPm? You know, SlimPm is this great product that we rolled out, and you know, everyone's talking about it, everyone's having some great results, but what is it truly? SlimPm is a non-caffeinated chai latte. So for all of you latte lovers, this is like the perfect thing for you out there. It has a unique blend that utilizes a combination of antioxidant components, pharmaceutical-grade L-arginine, and is made to maintain a healthy epithelial cell. Now that's very important. We're going to get into that in a little while, why that's important to you using the SlimPm. But that epithelial cell, it helps with cell performance, fat burning, it increases the nitric oxide production, and it protects cells and more. So this SlimPm does more than just make you sleep good and help you lose weight. It's doing something that's really great for the body. Now, what are some of the fat burning benefits of the SlimPm and its ingredients? Well, first of all, the human body, to be able to be a fat burning machine, the hypothalamus muscle or hypothalamus cell must respond correctly to the leptin levels that are in the body. The ingredients in SlimPm help to ensure that hypothalamus is communicating and responding to the leptin levels in the body because they play a crucial role in appetite and weight control. So now you know it's doing a little bit more than just allowing you to sleep and lose weight. There's some things going on in the body as you're sleeping. So let's talk about that hypothalamus and its effects. You see, the hypothalamus, and that's spelled Hypothalamus, is a section in the brain that houses the pituitary gland. That pituitary gland kind of does things. It tells you how you grow. It has so many different functions. You know, that pituitary gland, the activity that it does, it guides the production of many of the body's essential hormones, the chemical substances that help control the different cells and organs in the body. You know, it also controls things like the body temperature, emotional activity, thirst, hunger, your sex drive, sleep, and it also releases other hormones within the body. So that hypothalamus is very, very important as it works in the body in relations to SlimPm. I just mentioned something called leptin. Let me give you some information on leptin, and believe me, all of this stuff ties together as to why the SlimPm works so well. You see, leptin, it has two major functions. First of all, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds to receptors in the appetite center in the brain. Wow. So what it's doing is it's regulating the brain cells, and it's basically telling you how much to eat. The second major function is that it increases the sympathetic nervous system activity, which stimulates the fatty tissue to burn energy. How about that? Would you like me to repeat that for you? It has two major functions. That's leptin. First, it crosses the blood-brain barrier that binds to receptors in the appetite center in the brain. So it's regulating those brain cells that tell you how much to eat. You know, you get to a point where you just feel really full in your stomach. That's not just your stomach saying I'm full. Your brain is actually reacting to that, and that's that leptin level that's doing it. The second thing is it increases the sympathetic nervous system activity, which stimulates that fatty tissue and helps to burn energy. Folks, that's awesome. Now, leptin is secreted by an adipose, which is a fat tissue. So the more overweight a person is, typically, the higher the leptin levels are. Leptin is like the lookout hormone, the gatekeeper of fat metabolism. It monitors how much energy an organism can actually take in. How awesome is that, man? Our bodies are really at work. Now, the leptin must reach the right targets in the body to control appetite, and the receptors must be functioning properly to tell the cells to respond properly to the hormones. So if that leptin is not working as it should be, things are not going to be happening the way they should. Often this does not happen in those who may be overweight, or they may find it a little bit harder to control the appetite and they begin to gain weight. This is where that hypothalamus comes into play to make sure that it's communicating correctly so that those leptin levels are correct. If it is not communicating correctly, what ends up happening is that the body can become leptin resistant. And you might see this happening to people, especially as they are trying to lose weight. Maybe you've experienced this a little bit. So let me just talk a little bit quickly about what contributes to leptin resistance. There are many factors that cause leptin resistance, and leptin is spelled L-E-P as in Paul, T as in Tom, I-N. Now, some of the factors that can cause that resistance are fructose, like high fructose corn syrup, the consumption of it, sodas and foods that are very high in the fructose syrup and different things like that. High stress levels, people who typically are under a lot of stress. The consumption of a lot of simple carbs, things that we don't think would really bother us, but even a lot of consumption of those carbs. Even the lack of sleep can actually contribute to the leptin being resistant. High insulin levels, the higher the sugar levels, maybe taking in too much sugar at a time. Overeating. Grain and lectin, and that's L-E-C-T-I-N, consumption. And you know what? The ingredients that are in the SlimPm help to combat even leptin resistance. So that's really awesome when you think about it, because these are all factors that we hear about every day. People complain about too much fructose being in foods and the things that they are consuming. People are under stress like never before on their jobs and just life in general. It's very easy to pop carbs in our mouth without even thinking that a pretzel is a carb, folks. So things that we don't really think about, these are just little things that could be contributing to why we are not losing the weight we're wanting to see. Even lack of sleep, not getting the amount of hours of sleep. That dinner that you just had, those second and third helpings, they may have tasted good, but it can lead to overeating. So all of these things can lead to actually having some leptin resistance, which puts that hypothalamus a little bit out of whack because it's not targeting the leptin levels correctly. So, how do the ingredients in SlimPm work in the body and help to combat all of this? You see, many of the ingredients in the formula, they actually help to burn the fat, promote sleep, enhances and supports the cellular structure, and boosts the nitric oxide, which restores the sensitivity of those leptin receptor sites. So you need that nitric oxide to restore that sensitivity so they can be very sensitive to the hypothalamus, which is going to be actually triggering those leptin levels to actually allow the body to do what it needs to do. What it does is it will reuse those leptins, again, to trigger and signal any interference that comes down through the body as it begins to move through the body, and it will remove any blood lipids. You don't want that in the body. Now, nitric oxide, I've mentioned that a couple of times, is used as a powerful cellular signaling molecule which helps many health concerns in the body. So this is something that's really needed. Why is it needed? It's crucial to your well-being and is regarded as literally the most significant molecule in the body. And it's due to its ability to do things like reduce stress on the heart, regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, reduces plaque in blood vessels, which help prevent strokes and even heart attacks. So all of this information that I'm giving you, this is how the SlimPm is working. And we're going to tie all of this together so that you can further understand all the ingredients, why this nitric oxide is important, and what the ingredients are doing to actually help this work in your body. So there's something in your body called the endothelial cell. This is something that exists in your body. It lines the interior surface of blood vessels and the lymphatic vessels, forming an interface between circulation of blood and the rest of the vessel wall. The nitric oxide and the endothelial health are closely intertwined because maintaining the proper functioning of both of these is an important cycle for those who want to enjoy vibrant health at every age. So it's important. It's not just when you get older. This is something that should be going on all the time. So why does that nitric oxide help keeping the endothelium, I always have problems saying this, the endothelial healthy, and why is it crucial for your optimum health? Well, first of all, it helps to relax the blood vessels and it improves the blood circulation in the body. So relaxing those blood vessels is something that you definitely want to have happen. You don't want those blood vessels to be like swollen and being able to have things going through them. It supports healthy blood pressure levels. So getting those blood pressure levels at the optimum level is important. You know, high blood pressure is not something you want to deal with because it leads to heart attacks and strokes and diabetes and so many different things. It increases the nutrient and oxygen delivery to every system, organ, and tissue in your body. That nitric oxide, folks, that is something else. It supports energy production, and it supports a healthy artery in the body by promoting the artery dilation for the blood to flow through the body. So this nitric oxide, I mean, you really can't get around it because it is just that amazing. So in taking all of this, now we're kind of giving you the background as to what's going on and why you need to have these things going on in the body, what it's supporting and why it's supporting it. So now let's talk about the ingredients and what they are doing in relations to what we just talked about. There are many, many ingredients in the SlimPm. The first one I want to talk to you about is the L-citrulline. It's a naturally occurring amino acid that's found in food on most days, such as things like watermelons. And it's also made in your body. Our bodies actually change the L-citrulline into L-arginine. Now, L-arginine is that amino acid that helps to burn fat. So let me just back up for a second. L-citrulline has also been documented to help things like increase the supply of ingredients the body needs to make protein. Okay, that's pretty big, folks. L-citrulline is actually made in your body, and it's essential to actually supply ingredients that your body needs to help make certain proteins. It also improves the blood flow to your veins and your arteries. So now are you seeing why we went through that before and why this is so good for you? Because it has this L-citrulline in it. It also is wonderful for reducing blood pressure. Folks, this is just one ingredient in the SlimPm. We haven't even got to any of the other ingredients. So let's talk about some more of the ingredients. The L-arginine. How is that ingredient working in the body? Now, I've already told you that L-arginine is an amino acid. In fact, it's a vital amino acid. It's been documented to burn fat in the body. It also prevents, and in some cases reverses, cardiovascular disease. Now, I'm not making this up. You can go out to the internet. You can find it for yourself. We don't make any product claims or medical claims about our products, but this is information that you can look up on the internet yourself, and you will find the same information that's been documented by scientists and doctors out there who have done the research on this. L-arginine naturally boosts the production of the powerful neurotransmitter. Again, there's that nitric oxide, and that's spelled N-I-T-R-I-C. That's the first word, and oxide is O-X-I-D-E. So it's boosting that production of that powerful neurotransmitter for nitric oxide, and we've talked about that. Now, once L-arginine enters your bloodstream, it is then converted into that nitric oxide or that nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide then causes the vessels to dilute, increasing the blood flow where it's most needed in the body. So, folks, you're sleeping at night, and these ingredients are actually helping the blood flow in your body while you're burning fat, while you're actually losing the weight while you're sleeping. How amazing is that? And that's just 2 ingredients. Let's talk about a few more of the ingredients. Banaba, and I might not be saying that. It looks more like banana to me, but it's spelled B-A-N-A-B-A. That's a plant where the leaves have been used for even things like anti-diabetic purposes. So in using the SlimPm, it can help individuals who have diabetes. There's only 1 gram of sugar in it. So there's not a lot of sugar in the actual SlimPm product. So this is really great because there's an ingredient in there that can be very helpful for people who have diabetes. Again, not something I'm making up. You can research this for yourself. Did you also know that banaba helps improve the endothelium production of the nitric oxide? It also protects against stressors and free radicals. And you know me, I've always talked about the free radicals in the body. Those are things that you don't want in your body. You don't want things that are going to cause the stressors on your body. These are things that you want to make sure that you are preventing, that they're not coming up, that you're getting rid of, because those are the things that can cause illness and disease. Again, remember, folks, in previous broadcasts, I've talked about how all disease and sickness starts in the gut. So these are things that actually help you to get to a healthier state. Let's talk about the ingredient niacin, also known as vitamin B3. In the body, it's important for literally a general good health. As a treatment, higher amounts of niacin can improve your cholesterol levels and even lower cardiovascular risk by removing plaque from the arteries. So here we are again, even talking about it. It's removing the plaque from the arteries. So now, you know, when we talk about using the SlimPm, that it's helping to remove the plaque in the arteries, that's what we're talking about. It's that niacin and a few of the other ingredients we also talked about. There's something, we have branched chain amino acids that are in the products, and these help with faster recovery when you're exercising. So you've got a lot of things that are happening there with the product. There's another ingredient in there, and I'm going to try and say it. It's Rhodiola rosea. This is very effective for improving mood and alleviating depression. Folks, you can go and look these things up. Look on the back of the label. These are the ingredients that are actually in this formula. And then there's something called chromium polynicotinate. Now, chromium polynicotinate, not to be confused with chromium, there's 2 of them, and I get them mixed up. Oh, forget it. I can't remember the name of the other one because it's escaping my memory. But polynicotinate is actually very good even for people with diabetes. It protects against damage to cell membranes, and I can't remember the other one I wanted to tell you about. If I do remember it, I'll bring it back to you. But that chromium polynicotinate, that is an amazing chromium because it really helps in the body. It's helped people who have even had diabetes, you know, and seeing great results even with that and getting those diabetic numbers lowered. The other thing that SlimPm does, we've talked about it a little bit, it does promote that great cardio health, the reduction of the plaque buildup, the reversing of the hardening of the arteries, lowering the blood pressure, increased heart efficiency, folks. That is just wonderful because anytime you can have anything that affects the heart and can keep the heart healthy, that's something, I mean, that's your ticker. That's your center of the body. Your heart's not working well, then, you know, you could just close it all down because your brain can still work, but you need that heart in order to keep going. So, folks, reducing that plaque buildup, and again, scientifically, research, doctors are talking about this. These ingredients have been known, have been documented to even reverse the hardening of the arteries. So, folks, you can't get any better than that. It's been also documented to boost the immune system by really increasing the activity of the thymus gland, which in turn is responsible for the production of T cells. And you know, T cells are vital in keeping the immune system strong and healthy. You know, people say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But you know, keep boosting that immune system and keep boosting those T cells. That's really going to keep the colds away. That's going to keep the allergies away and things like that. It also promotes a good night's sleep. Why is sleep so important? Besides the fact that it feels good when you lay your head down, it helps you to avoid getting black circles under your eyes and bags and things like that. Why is good sleep important? Adequate sleep is a good part of a healthy lifestyle. Getting the proper sleep benefits helps things like your heart, your weight, your mind, and more, because it does things like improve your memory, helps you to live longer, that longevity, curbs inflammation in the body. It even spikes your own personal creativity on a daily basis. It reduces stress in your body. It promotes healthier weight, helps fight fatigue, provides more stamina in your body, increases the cellular regeneration, and so much more. So, you know, getting a good night's sleep is so important. You know, we want to say, oh, I can survive on 3 to 4 hours. But really, as adults, we need more than that. We need at least 6 to 8 hours. So, let's talk about some of the facts about SlimPm as far as how much is in a container, what do you have to do, etc. Well, there's 20 servings in a container. 1 scoop is equal to about 21 grams. 1 scoop is also equal to 90 calories. The calories that you actually get from fat are about 40. It has about 15 milligrams of sodium. It has about 8 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of sugar, that's awesome, and it has 5 grams of protein. So you're getting a little bit of everything with that. So you really can't go wrong. There's a lot of other things that you can look at, but I really wanted to bring that one to the table tonight so that you all would better understand what it is and why it's working. I also get questions, how do you really take it? And what's the best regimen? Well, the product is actually made to be taken at night when you go to sleep. You can drink it hot or you can drink it cold. You can even add extra cinnamon to it. You can add other spices, nutmeg, you know, something that you would like a little bit better. You want to make sure that you do take it on an empty stomach. That means you should not eat any food for 1.5 to 2 hours before going to bed. Some people may have to even do 4 hours before going to bed because their bodies may be a little bit different, but you certainly don't want to stretch it past 1.5 to 2 hours, not a shorter period than that. Once you take it, you want to go to sleep immediately after drinking it. The night regimen is highly recommended for individuals who are wishing to obtain the full benefits of SlimPm. Now, SlimPm can be consumed during the day on an empty stomach, and it's especially good when consumed during exercise sessions. But the best way to make it work for you is to definitely take it at night. So how do you take it? You can drink it hot or cold. If you're drinking it hot, you're going to take 8 to 12 ounces. They say clean water, so bottled water, not tap water. Pour it in a cup. You want to make sure you add your scoop in, 1 or 2 scoops, and then you want to mix it thoroughly for about 30 seconds, and then drink it and go to sleep. If you're going to have it cold, you want to make sure again that you're doing 8 to 12 ounces of chilled water. Put it in a shaker. Add some ice or ice cubes in it, and add 1 or 2 scoops. Shake it thoroughly. Put it in a blender. Hey, it'll work. And then drink it and go to sleep. Folks, that's all you got to do. Make sure before you go to bed that you weigh yourself so you can see what the difference is in the morning. Also, take a tape measure to yourself so you can see if there's any difference in your inches. So, folks, that's SlimPm tonight. That is the first complete fat-burning L-arginine known in the universe. And you know what? Taking it, you're going to get a great night's sleep. You're going to wake up feeling wonderful. You're going to look wonderful. And, the taste may not be the greatest in the world, but, folks, it works and it does what it says. So having that SlimPm is definitely something you want to add into your daily regimen. So that's our SlimPm. I want to now switch gears here and help you on the road to success now in your business. So we've got a new product we just talked about. So that's going to help you to get that product out there, to tell more people about it, how it's going to help them in their nightly regimen, how they're going to be feeling when they wake up, what it's really doing for the body. So I hope you guys are really excited about that.